Welcome to the stage.
How many of you want to live a happy life? Raise your hand. Thank you. How many of you want to live a healthy life? Raise your hand. Thank you. Wow, I can raise 2 hands. How many of you want to live happy, healthy, and life in all its fullness? Raise your hand. Yeah. Thank you. Very good. Leg also good. So then, you're going to pay really full attention in the next 35 minutes or so, because I'll share with you a concept and a system and a tool that will help you to achieve that. But you must apply. I can give you a tool that can do amazing things, but if you don't apply, then it doesn't work. So I'm going to share with you a tool, and it's a proven system for the past 10 years, from people from 10 years old, teenagers to multi-millionaire, millionaire, all works for them. But of course, those people apply. So okay, so without further ado, so first of all, just want to acknowledge, of course, Dr. Sisi invited me here with you. I don't know how long ago, set the time. I really admire Dr. Sisi. I mean, with the schedule of so busy and so tight, but yet he organized X group, the 鸡蛋小组. So the X group, wow, so much effort. So I really admire the commitment that you really want to bless the community, really want to bless more entrepreneurs. So that's why when they asked us, suppose today I got something on, I got a competition in dance, so I say, okay, never mind, I will skip, and I just come here. So I mean, I just do one time only, but you do it every week. So it's okay, I must help. So really, just want to thank Dr. Sisi. Just give Dr. Sisi a big round of applause. And I also want to acknowledge all of you here. I think all of you here have one very obvious similarity. You all are very hungry. Not physically, I know you just ate something, but mentally, you are so hungry to learn, to grow. I mean, or else you won't join this group and take your time just to equip and empower yourself to the next level. But you need to be hungry, and young entrepreneurs even need to be more hungry, because as you know, I said, I shared many times, you know lion is the what? King of the jungle. But it's not only half truth, maybe just 20% truth. Actually, the lion is only the king of the jungle for 2 to 3 hours a day, because the rest of the time he sleeps. So when the lion is sleeping, you can kick, you can push, you can pull the hair, it's okay, just like a cat. But when the lion wake up, you better run for your life, because that cat is very hungry and he can eat you alive. So only when you're hungry, you are dangerous. Just like businessmen, only when you are hungry, you are dangerous, or else, no. That's why a lot of business, when they first started, they are very hungry. So when they grow at this certain size, they are fat and not hungry anymore. So then they take over easily by some other businesses. So stay hungry, just like Steve Jobs always says, stay hungry, stay foolish. So for your hunger, and of course, I see Jacqueline and Gerard. Last week, I just saw them in a workshop. I just posted in Facebook. I said I'll be in this seminar. Who want to go? 1 hour later, I see them in the seminar. So it's that hunger that really makes you all different. So give yourself, all of you, a big round of applause for being here. Okay, so what I'll do is that by the end of this 30-40 minutes, of course it's very ambitious. Usually it takes a few hours, but Sisi, I only give you 40 minutes. No, then I said no, 30 minutes is enough already. So in this 30-40 minutes, my goal is to really give you tools that really help you to change your life if you apply it. So very ambitious goal. So let's get started. So my name is Joescher. I think just now Sisi had mentioned, shared my credentials. So I'll skip all this. Of course, I'm global strategy advisory, blah. So I'll skip all this. Basically, in short, it's just say that I'm very king. Okay, so I'll skip all this. Okay, but this is very important. This is my purpose in life, to influence, inspire, and illuminate the path for leaders. I think that is why I do what I do. Anything that is not within this purpose, I won't do. But anything within this purpose, I will do a lot. So even though doesn't matter, I will just keep doing. Like today, this morning, I shared in this stage BCE 57. So then I talk on other topic. Then afternoon, I have an audit session. But then evening, I come here. So later, after this, I'll go to another platform for me to influence lives. So if it's within my purpose, I will keep doing it. I don't feel tired. But if it's out of my purpose, then I will do it. So personal story, a very quick one. Some of you know, some of you might not know. So I thought I would have died when I was 17 years old. So this is not exactly, but closest that I can find. So I was attacked by a group of youngsters when I was 17. So they were with knives, parang, samurai, I don't know, but just a lot. I don't know how many people. Of course, I stuck in the car. I was stuck in the Satya. So what's the unique feature about Satya?
2 doors.
Huh?
The window cannot open.
The door cannot open because they only have two doors. So I sit
because the machine is
So this morning I said the same question. Then the mystery someone said, what's the comment? It's very soft. I think the one is common to all proton. No, I'm just kidding. So, but it's two doors. I was stuck. I stuck in behind, so I cannot open the door. I was stuck there. So it just crashed. All the mirror crashed, and I just hear. So for I don't know for how long. To me it was very long. But after maybe 10-20 seconds, I just look up. I saw a knife just coming to my face. So I just thought, oh, and full stop. Keep the long story short, of course I didn't die, or else today would be ghost story, not a real story. So I didn't die. So I was alive. But of course I ran out, and my whole face was blood, my whole shirt was blood. So, and I ran across the LDP highway. So the car was stopping. Luckily I didn't gonna attack or die or banged by the car. So I was so afraid I would just run across the highway. So my whole face was bleeding, my whole shirt was bleeding, dripping blood. But that incident really asked me this one big question. And this question, usually you don't ask in our life because we're so busy. This is a very big question in fact. But this question you only ask in two incidents in your life or two conditions. Number one, before you die, you ask this question. Number two is if we were to diagnose with cancer, then we will ask the same question. So the question is this: what is my purpose of life? Why am I here on earth? So I asked myself this question, why am I? So if I'm thinking that time, if I would have died at the time, I really think that I wasted my life because I've not, basically I give so much trouble to my family and I've not added any value to the community. Like I said, I told my mom would cry 5 days a week, 2 days off, 5 days would cry. So they started working. So, and she didn't even sleep in the room. She would just sleep in the living room because she's scared if people attack me, no one open the door for me. So she cannot even fall asleep, just wait for me to come back. So by the time we come back, then she feel peace, then she can go to sleep. So anyway, that was, of course I was not a good guy as well. I was head of a gang in the school. So I lead about 70 people. It's bigger than my company right now. So, and yeah, I was kicked out of school when I was 17. So because of a gang fight as well. So, but again, this question, then I asked myself, what's my purpose of life? And another way of asking is, does my life matter? No, the answer is very simple. That time, the answer was no. Or the other words of asking, I asked myself, who will remember my name 10 years after I die? If I were to die at that time. Maybe you were thinking, oh, maybe my family, yeah, 10 years family. But after a while, I just asked what's my grandfather's name. I cannot even spell my grandfather's name. So even your family member will just take 1-2 generations for them to forget your name. So what about your community, your friends, your colleague? So this is a big question that I asked. Then I asked how, of course from then on, this question really changed my life because I asked, how can I make my life better? Since then, everything changes. So I think that is really a big incident that happened in my life. So I asked, why am I here on earth? What is my purpose? Does my life matter? So this is my previous picture. Can you find which one is me? A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I. Okay, very simple. Only one rice bag, which is this one. That time I was 33 kg. Now I'm 66. So I know Gerald has a story also, right? Last time you're fat, now you're thin, right? Last time I'm thin, now I'm fat. So I'm different way of transformation. So this was my last time picture. You can see I'm piercing here, I'm piercing my ear, I'm piercing my tongue last time. So, but now of course all removed. So there was an article saying how I come from a gangster and become a CEO. So this was my wife. This not was my wife. This one to show online. What? Okay. So sometimes we fight, sometimes we're crazy, and last 2 years we were blessed with a beautiful baby. The name is Spring. So this is my family photo. So every time I see this photo, even when I put on the slide, when I find it for a picture, I feel very touched. I mean, I will cry when I open this picture because I thought I would have died. But now I have a happy family, my father, my mom, my brother-in-laws, and I'm blessed with a beautiful baby, my wife. Just because this big question that does my life matter and how can I make my life matter? So today, even at the start, I also want to pose this question. I can give you a tool that changed your life, but what's the purpose? So what's the life purpose? So does my life matter and how can I make my life matter? Of course, this is my life purpose that I share with you. So my next question to you is, does your life matter? Of course, it's not to offend you or your life doesn't matter. It's really a question that to pose. Like I said, you don't ask this question until when we come to near to death or go to death experience. So really a question to ask ourselves is today, who will remember your name 10 years after you die? It's really a great question to ask ourselves. And very important, do you want to make your life matter?
Yes.
Who want to make your life matter? Please raise your leg. Raise your hand. All right, thank you. So it's very simple. I can give you the answer immediately, but again, you got to apply. So this answer is very simple, but it's not easy, but it's worth it. So this is the answer. Be a leader. Lead influence someone's life one at a time until the day you die. First of all, you must lead. You must take lead. I mean, what Sissy is doing now, she take lead. And be a leader and deeply influence someone's life one at a time. You can only deeply influence someone's life one at a time. Yeah, I can try to inspire you and influence you, but it's not deep. If you want to apply, influence someone very deeply, it's one-to-one. Really invest your time, effort that really touch someone's life. So, I remember one incident is that when one of my secondary school friends, primary school friend, long time he didn't call me. Suddenly one night, 12 something, he gave me a call. He said, "Are you free?" So you know this moment, when friends so long didn't call, and 12 something, then his voice sounds something is not right. And I was doing a proposal. I was supposed to present a 1.8 million proposal in Malacca the next day. So what do I choose? Come on, that was one of the biggest proposals that I do in my life at that time. So that's why I go out, and share that he going through suicidal. He broke up with a girlfriend, and he just cried in front of me. I don't know what to do. I just hold his hand. I mean, guy to guy, I hold his hand very weird. But I cried also. I didn't say anything. I just cried with him. So from then, he really opened up his life. So on that day, I shared this thing that I'm going to share with you to him, and that really changes his life. So, but can you imagine if you do this every day? So, do you think your life will matter? Yes. Sure, for sure, there's someone that will remember your name. So I think that is the answer. But of course, saying is easy, it's simple, but it's not easy, but it's worth it. So let me start with this. I will have 3 parts. One is life purpose. The other one is the life planning. The last is life destination. I'll break it into 3 parts. And we also have some little exercise here as well. So I was always check my time. Okay, let's start. Life purpose. I always like this. The purpose of life is the life of purpose. So yeah, the purpose of life is really living a life of purpose. And there are 2 most important days in your life that, like I said, you can. One definitely is the day that you're born. Very important. But the second day is you find out why. So these are the 2 most important days. The day you're born and the day you find out why. So because that you truly live. If you don't find out why, that is not truly live. Because if you will take it very negatively, the day we're born, we are actually walking towards death. No one can avoid that, right? It's very negative. It's true. I mean, the day we're born, every day we are walking towards death. But I don't believe life is just like this. There must be more than this. So only the day you realize why, you find out why, then you start living. Or else you're just walking towards death and just go through a routine life. So like I said, this is my purpose. Like just like I see the short version, this is the long version now. Because I don't show long version usually because they cannot remember. So to live life in its fullness in all 10 areas of life, to influence, inspire, and illuminate the path for leaders, and to be best I can be to serve God and serve people. So over the years, I keep sharpening the purpose. Every year, I will take the first 40 days to really seek God and ask, is it my purpose? Even though I have the answer already, I just, because it shifts over time. So every year I take the 40 days, I read the book called Purpose Driven Life. So because one day, one chapter is 40 chapters. So every year I will just, the first few days I will even do fasting. I don't eat anything. I just drink water and just fast. Then slowly I eat veggie for the first 40 days. So every year I refresh to look for my purpose and really, am I living my purpose? But to me, actually the first and third, I think is general purpose. It can be applied for everyone. But only the middle one is unique to you. So that is what I believe. And the fuel of life. So okay, after you find the purpose, so what is the fuel of life? Okay, definitely purpose is one of them. But what drives you in life? What is the petrol? What is the fuel? Any thoughts?
Passion.
Look for water actually. Okay, never mind, then later. Okay, so what is the fuel of life? Okay, passion. What else? Okay, you see, some people, it can be 2 person very driven, same. From the outside, it looks the same. But what drives them, you don't know. Some is because of money. Some is because of fear. Some is because they want to prove to someone. Some is because of really they love the thing. Some is because of passion. Some is because of this and that, and many different reasons. So, but what is the fuel of life? I'm going to share these quotes, but please, I'm not saying that I really like this person, but I've been using this quote 10 years ago, ever since I started this presentation. And this person is the current President of the United States. but what he says makes a lot of sense. He said without passion, you don't have energy. Without energy, you don't have nothing. Nothing great in the world has been accomplished without passion. I mean, I used this quote long ago before he was the president. So now when I show these people will scold me sometimes, but it's okay. But it's true. But what I say is true is passion. Passion is someone that drives with. You can accomplish things, but nothing great is accomplished without passion. You can accomplish something, but not great thing. Great thing is all accomplished with passion. So then the answer is right. Passion. What driven your life is passion. Then when I have this, I mean, even when I first started my business when I was 23, I would go to give talk in university, colleges, and there always this question pop up, but not from the students, not from the students, and always from the lecturer or the professor. They will ask me aside, say, hey, young man, why are you so passionate? Is it? And some of them even told me, say, actually, I'm not sure really what I want to do. I was just, it was supposed to be a stepping stone, and blink of an eye, 20 years past, now I'm the head of department. But I say, why are you so sure what you do? Where is your passion come from? Why are you so passionate? And every time I say, I don't know. I really don't know. But after a few times, I just start to worry. I say, if I don't know where my passion come from, one day if it's gone, then where do I find back? So I start to feel worried, and I start to dig the answer. And I came up with a blueprint that where does the passion come from? So where do you think passion come from?
Dreams. Goals.
Where do you think passion come from? This is not a trick question, it's logic. So why people, some are very passionate, some are not passionate, but where does passion come from? Wild guess? No wrong answer? Let's crack the head. Huh?
When you have positive feedback.
Okay, positive, great. Thank you. What else?
Big dreams to achieve.
Big dreams, okay, very close. Again, what I'm sharing is not like 100% correct. It's just how I see it. So I could be wrong as well, but this is how I find it. I think passion comes from goal. Because when you have a specific goal, you know you wake up, this is what I want to do. You have something that you want to go towards. So that drives you, that gives you a passion. So people with goal and people without goal, it's quite obvious. You can see the way they come to work, they live their life. So people with goal is very clear that they are very driven. So in fact, yesterday I just attended a seminar talk about the mind system and how, I don't know what he talked about, it's basically called psycho-cybernetics. I don't know what it means, but it doesn't matter. Basically, just say that goal is very important. Okay, so explain that in the mind, then something RNS comes and it detects and then blah, 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 blah. So just telling you that goal is very important, okay? So next, but where does goal come from? So when I start to plan my goal, at first I planned, I said, then after a while I said, hey, where should the goal come from? I felt like I plucked from the air. So where does the goal come from? Where does goal come from? So my next question to you is, where does goal come from? Okay, good. You have jumped the gun. Next is not purpose, but it's dream. Someone mentioned this. Because when you have dream, then you know what, oh, because of this dream, I set the goal so that I can achieve this dream. Because the dream is big, I want to achieve this big dream, I need a lot of goals so that I can achieve the dream. So I thought, oh, okay, goal come from dreams. But when I start to dream my dreams, and I start to see people around me, and even some of the dreams I achieve, because I started the company young, so I really want to be very driven, I want to achieve. So I realized there are two types of dreams. One is the true dream, the other one is fake dreams. So sometimes when you achieve, then you realize, hey, what's the difference true dream or fake dreams? Okay, this is how I differentiate. Fake dreams is after you achieve, you will be happy, fulfilled, but for very short. It's a very short-lived happiness. But true dream is when you really enjoy and really fulfill, and for a season of time. It's quite long. I'm not saying forever, but it's for a good season of time. But where does it come from? I know where fake dream come from. Fake dream come from movie, come from your friends, come from your parents, and you know you should get this, you need to live a big house, you need to do this, and you see from movie, Korean movie, or then you know, oh, okay. So it's from movie, it's from magazine, it's from people around you, Instagram, it's from everywhere, from the media mostly. But a lot of them is really from friends and from your parents. But that is fake dreams, because once you achieve, okay, that's all. But where the true dreams come from, that's my real question. Where does true dreams come from? Okay, good. Purpose. Only if you know your purpose in life, then you set your dream, then it makes sense. They say, okay, you know that this is really fulfilling my purpose. So you feel real, you feel fulfilled inside. Then my question again, 10, 20 years ago, there only one type of purpose, which is true purpose. Because at that time, no one thought about purpose. Now, purpose is so popularized, I already read at least 4 or 5 books for purpose. So you can see people famous people popularizing their purpose. Even now, purpose got fake and true.
Mm.
Fake one, you know where it come from? It come from Oprah Winfrey. It come from some famous people. It come from the books. Oh, this is nice purpose. I just put it in. Then where is the true purpose come from? Where does true purpose? This, okay, if you see, okay, I play very well. So left one last space only. So only got one last answer. So where does true purpose come from?
Calling.
God.
Higher calling, God.
Okay. This is the way I found out. Of course, it's from God. Of course, some people believe in God, some people don't believe. So I'm talking people who believe this word of God. So means that you know that there's a creation. There's a creator of all the creation. So if there's a creation, if you play game, you know, you create something, then the drone that you create, he only will know the purpose if you ask the creator, hey, why did you create me for? If not, he won't know what. I mean, imagine you create a drone, the drone's going to pay money, and then this drone created out, then you go and fight, then everyone die. Say those sorry among us, we say in games. Die like water, but then one day the drone turned back asked, hey, you create him, right? He said, why did you create me for? I said, hey, my friend, I create you for taking the resources. What chin? Oh, then you go and take money. Wow. Then suddenly you realize every part of his body is designed to do that. So he can take a lot of money and bring back. Same like the warrior, the zealot or whatever, the warrior. So they go and take money. Wait, why? Cannot one. Then not much pocket one. So then again, when he know that the creator tell him to go for war, then you know that every part of his body is designed for war. So same like us. Only one day if you look back to ask God, the creator, hey, why are you creating for? Then you know that when you live it out, you know that, wow, every part of my body and every part of my experience is designed to live this. So just like when I shared with you my purpose, I didn't know why when God placed me with, when it first coming up, I started my company very young and I made a lot of CEO because I'm a Christian, so one of my values is I don't give bribe. So the reason I don't give bribe, many managers will kick me out because I cannot, most other companies give me bribe, you don't give me, so you're out. So the only way for me is that I must see the CEO straight. So I always say, okay, if I don't see the CEO, I won't even talk. I said, well, this young guy, okay, I let you see the CEO. So, but of course, I faced a lot of challenges. The first presentation I did to a listed company CEO, he said, what are you talking about? I don't understand. And I said, can you tell me something I don't know? I said, okay, then I repeat the whole thing, same thing again. Then halfway, he said, okay, enough, then he walk out. So, I mean, this is only one humiliation I get multiple humiliation, but I don't understand why. But when I look back, I know, then now I know that actually God used me to influence a lot of CEOs and entrepreneurs. That's why now my client is all chairman, CEOs and entrepreneurs because that tough life that I thought is the best start that I have in life, but actually it's not true. Then now I know, no wonder God designed me like that. So this is a blueprint of purpose. Why I'm sharing this, it took me many years to realize this, so that I know that if one day I lost my passion, I can always go back to the source to find my passion. So this is a blueprint that I want to also give you, a view of life. So you see there's a very famous author, he said the secret of passion is purpose. So if you notice here, he said the secret of passion is purpose. And another very good looking guy said this, the secret of purpose is God. So anyway, because he did not about God, so I will make it a God thing. So anyway, that's the first part, is the life purpose. Oh, thank God. The water is here. You see, it's funny that I need it the most. Thank you for that.
Thank you.
So that's the first part, which is life purpose. The second one is the life planning. How many of you here can read Mandarin? Raise your hand. Okay, so those can read, it's okay. It's only one slide, I don't have English. It says this, I read it in Mandarin first. 没有规划的人生叫拼图，有规划的人生叫蓝图，没有目标的人生叫流浪，有目标的人生叫航行。So basically what it says is that the life without plan is like a puzzle, it's a loose puzzle. But a life with plan is like a blueprint. So, and a life without goal is like drifting in life, 流浪. But the life with goal is like sailing with a purpose. So that is a very, very powerful saying that why life must be have planning. So I will give you a life tools that will help you to do the planning in your life. Like I said, there are 3 steps that you need to achieve success, whether in work, in life, in games, in sports, anything. You need 3 sets. So first set is this, mindset. Of course, you need to have an open, huh?
I took a badminton.
Double set, and no triple set. Okay. Anyway, mindset. Of course, everyone knows if you want to achieve something, you need to have an open mindset, right mindset. And second set is skill set. So a lot of people, especially young startup now, they have a very good mindset, but they don't have skill set. So recently I'm just coaching a company from few million, they want to jump to 20, 30 million in 1 year. But it's very ambitious. I mean, I've seen it before. I've actually strategized for one company before, 0 to 100 million in 4 years. So it's not something new. But when I assess their company, the whole team, everyone is so passionate, 24 of them. I mean, one owner, but all staff. But they don't have the skills. All are 22, 23 years old. So I said, I got to tell you this. All of you are gifted amateurs. So I say we cannot afford to achieve, we cannot achieve a 20 million with people with great mindset without skill set. So this is the second set that you need. Third set is this tool set. You see the tools. It could be a hard tool, your computer. And I can give a great world-class designer without a laptop, without a computer, you cannot do anything. So there's the hard tool, there's a soft tool. It could be frameworks. Like what I'm going to show you is a soft tool, it's a framework. For consulting, it could be framework, it could be a system, it is a tool set. So we require these 3 sets to achieve any success in life. So what I want to share with you is, if you know this book, how many of you read this book?
Not yet.
Okay, this is very new. I just launched I think a few months ago. It's called Tool of Titans. But I'm not going to share from this book. I'm just saying that tool set is so important because this guy, he actually interviewed a lot of billionaires, more than a few hundreds billionaires, world-class performers, icons. So they study the tactics, routine, and habit of billionaire icon, and they come up with this so many tools, the tools of Titan. So it's a very thick lah. I also didn't finish reading. I just picked whatever I want to read. But this Jeff Bezos, the Amazon founder, said this: we change our tools, and then our tool changes. So you need to change the tools. You cannot keep using the same tools and it doesn't work and keep using it. You first need to change the tools, then the tools might change you. So this is why I always say, if you can measure your weight, you can measure your weight, you can measure your cholesterol, but how do you measure your life? That's the one big question before I introduce this tool. And Peter Drucker said this: if you can't measure it, you can't improve it. So if you have measured your weight, then or high blood pressure, then you're worried, you need to improve it. But most of us cannot measure our life. That's the reason why we only come to a point that our life screw up. Then you know that, oh gosh, my life is screwed up because you didn't measure it at all. Like cholesterol, you measure, you know. And you imagine one person didn't measure their cholesterol the whole life. When they find out, it's too late. Just like life. So now what I'm going to share with you is the tools that can help you to measure your life. I call it JOHN10 Life View. Again, I said this tool is very, very powerful only if you use it. And I tell you why it's called JOHN10. It's called JOHN Life View. Life, why it's full stop? It actually means life in fullness equation. So how do you know what is the fullness of life? So this is the equation of life in fullness. So it's inspired from the Bible, John 10:10. My purpose is to give life, and life is all its fullness. So every time when I read the Bible, I say, fullness means what? Yeah, God wants to give us in fullness. So is it full is what? Some people full is very rich, wealthy. Some people fullness is have a six-pack. Some people full is that he can travel the world. So what is fullness? So then of course I discovered the tool. I given to me by my life coach 10 years ago. But of course over time we edit because there's something that is not matching. I'll tell you why as well. So this is the John 10:10 Life View. There are 10 areas of life. I'll give you this later. So John, so
that's my job today.
okay, so it's all 10 areas of life. So a lot of us we just look at 1-2 area of life, but this is the 10 area: God and purpose, health and fitness, love and romance, home and family, knowledge and wisdom, money and finance, friends and social, business and career, play and relaxation, community and contribution, and the center is the purpose. So it should be driven by your purpose of life. So later CC will give it to you, but before I give it, I tell you, life view is not something new. You can just search online life view. There are so many types of life view. So, but some is 6 areas, some is 7 areas, some is 10 areas. But when I received the one I do 10 years ago, it's 10 areas. But in consulting term, we call it MECE. It's not MECE, M-E-C-E. What is MECE? MECE is the way for you to analyze the problem. It stands for mutually exclusive, collectively exhaustive. I know it sounds very techy, but it's very simple. It only means that mutually, all the categories should be exclusive. Means that they don't clash with each other. But collectively, you add together, there should be no number 11. It should be comprehensive, exhaustive. So that's why when you come to company, when you analyze the problem, as this is the consulting term, is from McKinsey. So if you're a consultant, you will know. So we look at the problem, like this is the problem, then we look at, okay, these are the possible root cause. So when we look at it, 5 things, then we ask, is it MECE? People who are not consulted, is it apple to apple? Actually, it's not true, it's MECE. It means that, is it all the problem is here already? And does it mutually exclusive? So only if the analysis is very MECE, we can go one level down and one level down and one level and found a problem. For example, there are 2 types of people in this world, men and women. It's very MECE. Two, or I say there are three ways of living a life: make a living, make a difference, make history. Mutually it's exclusive, but collectively they are not. Don't have four ways. The fourth way for you to live a life. So that is what I mean. So when I receive some category is called recreation, there's some is called creativity. Then I say okay, recreation, and then so it's not messy lah when I look at it. So over the time when I did the conference, stuff even over the years from 1 to 1 to 1 to 1,000, the biggest is 1,000, and in mainstream country I do it in Philippines, I do it in Nepal, different countries, Taiwan. So I ask people, what is the area that is not part of your life? So then they give me the answer. So I keep editing until, so that's why I call it JOHN10 life view. So this is, but JOHN10 is only one in the world, but there are many types of different life view. But I think this is very easy, but it's inspired from JOHN10. That's why it's called JOHN10 life view. So okay, now Sissy, our very premium paper giver, will give you the life view.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, so I'll teach you how to apply the life view. First of all, you write your purpose here. Again, I know it's not easy for you immediately to write your purpose, but you can try. Version 1 is always better than version none. So I always, but I give you a hints of criteria how to set the purpose. Okay, there are different styles of setting purpose. Even I think how Sissy, how myself, and how Hao Chun set purpose is very different. Sissy, let's say Hao Chun is very template. Fill in the blank. So you know the answer, then you fill in the blank. It's very straightforward. Sissy probably give you more open-ended. So for me, I just set criteria. So I give you a few criteria. The first criteria to look for a purpose is that purpose, I believe God will leave a trail in your life when it comes to purpose. Means that vision and dream is forward. You always look forward, what is it about? But purpose is looking behind in your life. What is it the past, and they will leave a trail. Let's say for me, that because of the incident, it leave a big trail in my life. So, and looking back, just look at what excites you, what nurtures you, what gives you excitement in life, and maybe something bad happened to you. If you see, some people are because why they are so passionate about medical, because their parents start out with cancer and then they cannot heal. So it could be good thing, it could be bad thing, but what are the key incidents in your life that you think that shape your purpose today? So you just try. I mean, again, you can just simply tarot for now. So over time, you can perfect it. So that's number one criteria, you always leave a trail. Number two is that when you written it out, you need to evaluate, is it right? So when you say is it right, it's that number one, it should excite you. A purpose shouldn't like drain you, or if you are not excited about it. So if you think, hey, my purpose is to really do this, I don't know what is it, but for me it's to inspire, influence, and illuminate the path for leaders. Oh, I'm very excited. And second is that it should nurture you. So you feel very nourished when you know you do this. So like say, today suppose I'm very tired morning because it's in Klang, the research group. So I go 40 minutes, then come back, then audit, then come here. So it should be very tiring, but because it's living my purpose, I feel very nourishing. So I don't feel tired. Okay, so that second, it should be nourishing. So that is the few criteria. First is looking backwards. It should leave a trail, and when you written it out, it should excite you, and it should nurture you. So I think these are the criteria I always set. So before we move forward, just give you 2 minutes. I know it's not long, but 2 minutes. Just try to write something. I just want everyone in the circle, there must be some words in it. I don't care. You don't have to write beautifully to blah, blah. Just write some keyword. Probably it's some sport related or food related. So write some keyword there. At least write 3 keywords. You can craft out the sentence later. So just take time to key in the words. Okay? I give you 1 minute. Write something, just keyword, even keyword is fine. One more minute. 30 more seconds. But write something, and even just keyword, 3 keywords. So later, before you leave the door, CC will check. If you cannot reach, if it's empty, then he don't let you out. 10 more seconds. And stop. Okay, great. So how many of you the paper is still empty? One, raise your hand. I mean the circle is still empty. So got some keyword, Okay, maybe you just hear one or two, share what's the keyword. It doesn't need to be perfect, just let me hear some keywords or some purpose you have. Okay, Jerome?
Connect, elevate, and multiply.
Connect, elevate, and multiply. Elaborate a little bit about that.
Connect with connect people, and then elevate is add on value to people, and from there we can multiply.
Okay, very good. Okay, you can craft it later, but you know the keyword. Great, thank you. Give it up, applause. Very good. One more. Maybe one from here. Anyone here?
More than 3 is still fine.
Yeah. Don't give me 100 lah. I mean,
okay. Touchstone.
Touchstone.
Touchstone means being exemplary, being an example for people. Equality. That means you and I can start together.
Okay.
Equality. Leadership, and hope.
Okay, very good. Elaborate a little bit about that.
Which one?
I mean, just every keyword.
Actually, I believe that one of the newer generation needs to see hope, and like you said, leadership is to empower and to lead. And I believe if everybody can see that, no matter where you start, if you have the same qualities of leader, you can start together, and that's why I believe we should do it together.
Okay, very good. Thank you. Big round of applause for Darren. Okay. Okay, last one. Come on, this side. Two side from here already. This side. Anyone? Any one of you three, please?
For me, the purpose is to be excellent in roles that God has placed me and know His word.
Okay, very good. Big round of applause. Very good. Very good. Very good. Okay, so next thing what you do is that 1 to 10, you just rate 1 to 10. How fulfilled are you in this area of life? Again, it's no scientifically. You just feel it's a fulfillment. It can change every day because it's perceived fulfillment. But first, you don't do it every day lah. I do it every month. I just evaluate where am I right now. So just do it right now. 1 to 10 in this area. 1, if let's say 7, you just put a cross here. Then this one 9 cross. So after all the cross, you just connect together. Draw a straight line to connect. Okay. So I give you 1 minute time. Very fast. You just don't need to analyze. Oh, 1 means what? 7 means what? No, you just you feel it. Then you just put it there. Okay, so just 1 minute, include, mark it, and also connect the dots.
Yeah.
This is the purpose of this.
Yeah, because of
1 to 10, this area of life.
So need to look at this.
Yeah, this is what you should be driven by it, by you. But now you won't know one, you just need to set the fulfillment. Yeah. When you set goal, that time you will know. Okay, very fast, just mark, and connect.
Or you go to the website, you can download. It's all free of charge.
Okay, 10 more seconds, quickly, mark and just connect. How you feel only. And stop. Okay, so now look at your wheel, all connected, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so when I received this 10 years ago, of course category is different, but when I mark, of course it's high down, I mean up and down, it's like a star. So then when I done it, so my life coach asked me this question, he said, look at this, now look at your wheel, then look at this paper, he said, imagine this is the wheel of your life. See, now you know why your life is not smooth. So he said the whole idea is not to be very big, but the goal is to be balanced so that your life is smooth. So of course over time you keep improving it. So of course the next thing you do is this. You see 3 boxes here. Write the 3 lowest area here. If let's say friend and social, just write friend and social, money and finance, home and family. Write 3 the lowest area. If the score is the same, then you choose which is the one area that you want to improve this month. Okay? So write these 3. What is the lowest area? Write in these 3 boxes. Okay. So after you write the 3 boxes, you need to write every area, you need to write one action that you need to do to improve this area of life. And that action must be measurable. Let's say if you are writing knowledge and wisdom is very low, you cannot say this month I want to be wiser. You cannot measure. So you say I want to read more books, not measurable. I want to read, but you say, oh, 1 month I cannot finish 1 book, I read book very slow. Okay, fine. How many pages you want to read? 20 pages, fine. Then just write knowledge and wisdom, read 20 pages book this month. So it must be measurable. So home and family, bring my mom out for dinner 3 times this month. So everything must be measurable. So you just write 3 things. Well, I give you time to, I mean, you can do it after that, but you get the idea. Of course, this is your name, this is the month. Because every month I will do it once. Okay, so basically this is one way to use the life tool. Okay, this is the tool that help you, but there are many levels to this tool. Level 1 is this. You just use it to measure. Every month you do one. Like for me, I put it in my planner. Every month I got one. So I will just see how is it improve over time. So of course, if next month you review, whatever you write here, you did it. Of course, you feel better, right? You just put up. Of course, if you don't do it, it's remain or drop. But over the years, every month you just improve. So you get more round and round and round. That's the whole idea. I started like the star, just like a Malaysia flag, the star. But now after 10 years, it's getting more round. Of course, life goes up and down, but it just over time, it will keep getting more round and round. Okay, so you feel that your life is smooth. Again, it's perceived fulfillment. I'm not saying this is scientific, not like a measurement, cholesterol you can check. But it's a very good enough tool for you to measure where are you at your life right now. So you know whether, oh, no wonder I don't feel fulfilled. Because a lot of people will neglect this community. A lot of people will neglect some area of life. When I first given this tool, my life coach asked me this. He said, what's the most important to you in your life? She haven't showed me this. Then I said, there's a career, I just started business, family, friends, the few. Then he said, you didn't even mention the most important area, which is health. He said that's why he coached a lot of CEOs. He said many CEOs, because when they first started business, they neglect their health, and they end up sitting in a wheelchair with a lot of money. So he said, what's the point? So in life, it's very simple. If you neglect your wife long enough, what will happen?
Family, romance.
Your wife will leave you. If you neglect your health long enough, what happens?
Health will leave you.
Your health will leave you. If you neglect your friend long enough, what happens? Your friend will leave you. If you neglect community long enough, what will happen? The whole community will leave you. So you neglect long enough, God won't leave you, but you will leave God. So every area is the same. So that's why it cannot be neglected. So this is the whole idea of this. And then there's 3 levels of using this. This is the level 1, measure your life, very simple. So okay, you can download the wheel in this website. So anytime you can just download, print out, and you can use it anytime you want it. Actually, it's good they can do apps, but because it's free, I don't have resources. So any app developer want to do it for free, at least, because this is to bless people. Okay, so livewheel.com. Okay, like I said, this is the purpose of life. To live life in Finland in all 10 areas of life. Influence, inspire, and become for leaders. So this is my life purpose. And first way of using is, like I said, measure your life. Like what you do right now, measure your life. Very simple. Every month you just do it. 2 minutes done. So this is the level 1 of using the tools. Will it change your life? Yes. I think it will improve your life, but it might not change your life. So, or it won't even transform your life. So I see, improve, change, or even transform. So, level by level, if you use it to measure your life, I think it will improve. But level 2 is this. You use it to organize your life. So, what I mean by organize my life, like you see, for example, let's say my company, my laptop, I only have 1 folder. Inside got 10 things.
Nice.
Let's say, of course, I have my company, 2 companies, and then 10 things. So everything is in these 10 folders. So everything in my life is organized here. So even like Evernote, okay, I have 10 things, and then everything is in these 10 folders. So it's very easy for me to do. One of our participants many years ago attended, he take a picture for me. You go IKEA and buy 1 big shelf, and he put 10 areas of life. So everything he put organized in this 10 areas of life. So even my planner, I have a monthly planner, so I should give you, I just take it out, I have a monthly schedule. So this is last month's schedule. So every color represents 1 area of life. So when I look at the color, I know roughly where I spend my life in which area, whether it's balanced or not. So this is one way. This is used to organize. How do you organize life? So your life can be better. To me, if you can do this, your life really will change, because you have really true freedom. You plan your life well, you organize your life well, so you get really true freedom. Because you see, a lot of us, especially in this era, we have minor depression, which is because depression comes from anxiety. So a lot of us has anxiety, anxious alive, because we feel that we are not in control. Everything is messed up. But when you really organize your life well, okay, stress comes from one area. Where do you think stress comes from? And I was, a period of time, I was quite master in this area because I was so stressed in my life. When I first started a business, when I was 23, I cannot sleep really because I was, that time my overhead, not big, like when I look back right now, but that time to me is very, very big. About 20,000 salary I need to pay. But to me, 23 years old with no capital is like killing me. Wake up, I will work 24 hours, 7 days, and I will wake up midnight and think, wait, I need to work, I have no money to pay salary. So I'll be very scared. So the time I was very, very stressed. Then I go and study about stress. So after I got one answer, where does stress come from? It only comes from one area.
Uncertainty.
Yes, uncertainty. Stress only comes from uncertainty. So you experience in life that you are so stressed, but if you get an advice, you get a mentor, you get a coach, or you get the answer. So someone gives you advice, you know, you are certain, okay, this needs to be done like this. Even you haven't do it, you feel peace because you know you're going to handle. So anyway, that's why when your life is so organized, you have peace. You know that things is handled well, so your life will change. A lot of people ask you, why is it so tedious, so high C? I mean, DISC, right? So high C. But I can tell you my C, 1 to 10 is 1. But I built it because I want my life to be changed. So I built the skill, it's a skill set. Okay? So second level, you can use the 10 area of life the 10 things to organize your life. So third way you use it is to set goal for your life. So every area you can set a goal. So every year, this is another topic by itself. So usually why I take few hours, because I set the goal there and then as well. It's also include a goal setting workshop. So 10 area, like people ask me, hey, come on, Joescher, how do you achieve so many goals in 1 year? I agree. That's why the 10 area of life, I only choose 1 to 3 areas that I want to set goals, which is the goal that need a lot of tasks to achieve. But the rest of the area, I will just make it a task. For example, this year, my focus is not community and contribution. But I don't want to totally neglect it. I just said maybe, okay, year end I will do a charity event, attend this. So the moment I attended, I think already, although it's very low, but at least I didn't neglect the area. So every year you just focus on 2, 3 areas, big goals, but the rest is tasks. Like this thing, last year I said, I just sponsor 1 more children. I mean, for World Vision, 80 ringgit a month. So once I pay, take credit card done, the whole year goal achieved already. Because it's not my focus, but this year is more. So depend how you want to set. What is your focus this year? So last thing is, a lot of people set goals but they don't achieve. So using, but setting goal itself is very important. There's a statistic shows that only 3% of people have written goal in life. Most of them, 50-60%, I forgot the exact percentage. In my goal setting slide I got lah. So 60% don't even have a clear goal at all. Then 20% have a goal but not written down. That is the research done in Harvard. Only 3% have written goal. So if you have written down your goal, you're already top 3% in the world, right? So that's how important it is. That's why everyone comes into my workshop, I say, you will walk away, become the top 3% people in the world. Say, wow, really? Just write it down. Okay, so, but that is one. So people, the goal written down has 60% higher chance to achieve. But among the 60%, goals that review and have accountability every month or every week have 80% even higher chance to achieve it. So that's why I said there's this system we created called JOHN10 Accountability Red Life Group, which one of our core group is me, my wife, Sissy, and the wife, and Hao Chun and the wife. So three of us is in a couple. So, dang, 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 dang. Dang, 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 dang. Okay, so, actually we go there and drink wine one day. So every month we will meet 1 day. So what we do is that we set goal in all. We have a Google Drive that every goal is set, and every month we review how many % are you achieving. So I give you a very quick review. Of course, this one go deep after whoever wants to learn this system. I cannot do it right now, but you can come to me because there's now a lot of groups outside. So CC at Banderfield Group, Hao Chun at Banderfield Group. Then I can partner with some of the group if you want to. So I'll show you how it's like. Of course, I cannot show you CC one. I can show you my one. So this is the life purpose, and then these are the 10 areas of life, the goal that I set in this year. Then every month we have a milestone. How many % are we achieving? Then we set next year. Next month, every month we have a review. So now is June. That's why we are doing this. So green is that I achieved, I done. Red is not done at all. Orange is halfway. So like last month I was supposed to run 42 km, but I only run 10 km. So it's 3%. Okay, so anyway, this is another, we call it But the accounting system is very powerful. Can you imagine you meet every month to review, sit down, what's your goal now, do you achieve? So sometimes it's very stressful. I mean, like, oh, one time I achieved 20%, I don't feel like going to a meeting. I just go lah. So anyway, last part, okay, I know I take over time, but very quickly this part, this life destination. If you know, how many of you read 7 Habits, 7 Habits of Highly Effective People? Great. One of the habits is begin with the end in mind. So one way I do it is like this. When I set the goal, I have 3 sets of goals. They say, of course you didn't see the detail. One is, all is the 10th area of life. This is when before I key in, I set one set is the day I die. Of course I put it the day I meet Jesus. Then I put this 10th area of life. What do I see? What do I want to see in all these 10 areas of life when the day I die? So I set it first. Then I set one more in 7 years. Same thing, 7 areas, 10 areas. Then only I set the next year one. So, but of course the one that I don't always change one. So then when I set the 1 year goal, I know it's sure align. I go to the day I die. Then I come back 7 years. Then okay, sure align. Because when I said I get it, what if it's go off track? Until the end of the day, it's not what I want. So anyway, this is the way you do. And in 2007, which is 10 years ago, exactly 10 years ago, that was the first time I read the 7 Habits. So I write the eulogy for myself. Means that the day I die, someone will read something, right, to you. So I write, what would my wife say when I die? So I said, a husband would love me with all his heart and soul, always loving, understanding, forgiving, fun, humor, generous, always to me first and foremost of everything, a precious copy to me in my life. That time I was single, I not even had a girlfriend yet. So I just write, if I have a wife, what would she say? So this one is very powerful because now every time I look back, I say, now if I look at it, I say, will my wife say this? Based on today, won't. Based on now, won't. So I need to do something. I need to change. I need to set the goal that, okay, every week I'm going to have a dating day. I need to treat her well. I need to love her more, spend more time with her. So again, I have my parents, I have my sibling, what who will say. This one have given me a big impact. One time I remember I have an argument with my sister. Then he said, yeah lah, he said this, when we argue, he said, yeah lah, you are very smart lah, you are a consultant lah, you consult CEO lah, you are the smartest in the house. Wow, of course you're more angry lah when you say that, right? So, but I don't know what happened. I just went back to the room and I so happened I feel this. A brother who is loving, caring, respecting our opinion and suggestion, no matter how successful it is in his life, always humble and confident. Wow, I said, I'm sure my sister won't say this. So I need to change. So I know that, okay, then I rewrite my role. I know at home, I'm not a consultant. I'm the little brother, I'm the youngest in the house. So I need to act stupid. So my friends, my industry peers, God, what will say about me the day I die? So, okay, I think this is the ending slide. Next thing is really the action. I can share with you all this. Oh, very inspired, nice. But I said, but would you take action? The distance between your dreams and reality is called action. Only if you take action, you are closer to your dreams. So wherever I share with you, I'm not asking you to go level 3. I should always set a life group and do this. No, you can start with level 1, measuring every month. Or you can go to level 2, use it to organize your life. Or you can go to level 3, which is set goals. Or you can have an accountability, which is the strongest level. So again, you can improve your life, change your life, or transform totally. It's really your choice. But I will encourage you to take action, do something. So next action, of course, like I said, if you have a life group, join. This was for some other group, the slide, to encourage them to start. So recap very quickly. So what I started today is that I asked you, first of all, I asked, how many of you want a happy life? Everyone raise your hand. How many of you want to have a healthy life? Everyone raise your hand. How many want life in all its fullness? Everyone raise your hand. So I said I'll give you a tools, that a system, a tools, a theory, a concept that can really help you to change your life. And this is the tools that I will share with you. It's called 10 Things That Will Change Your Life. It's called JOHN10 Life View. So I start with the life purpose. Let's say a life is just driven by purpose. And I go on to life planning. So how do you plan your life? Using the life tools and using the tools. And in the end is the definition of life, a life destination. So begin and end in mind how you want the day to end your life. I mean, it will come to an end, right? One thing for sure. Our life will come to an end. So how do you want to live backwards accordingly? So that's what I want to share. So I hope whatever I share with you today, I will encourage you to take action, and I hope reading these tools, in fact, does change many lives, but whether it will change your life is on your hands. So thank you very much. Thank you.
Any question for Joescher? This is the time you can ask. I think now I don't know if it's consultant or is it con and insult or is it a
it's a start. I con first, then only insult.
Okay. Okay. Any question for Joescher?
I have a question.
Yeah.
How do you know consultancy is the thing that you want to do when you're 23?
Oh, actually, I didn't start as a consultant. I started as because I was trained in graphic design and advertising. So I started, but I'm very result driven. So I started the company with advertising, design, and web department without knowing anything about web. But we know that this is the future. So I just start doing, then I'm just focused on result. But this thing doesn't create the result I want.